In the short answer, we just say it is the same thing as what is happening with Palestine.
Okay.
Sometimes what happens is we focus too much on the oppressed and we don't focus on the oppressor. In the case of Palestine, of course, it's slightly different. We understand the entire context. Lekin agar logon ko samjhna hai, all I have to say is Kashmir is Palestine and Israel is India.
Simplest definition.
It's the simplest definition.
Simplest definition.
And the reason I say that is because when you see what is happening inside Kashmir, you will realize that the Indian state is using the exact type of occupation, oppression, and subjugation against Kashmir the way that Israel has done. But there's one argument that I often make, and that is that Israel have failed and India have succeeded. When Israel moves an inch or a millimeter or an iota in Palestine, or they do anything, we all know about it. Whereas when it comes to India, kisi ko pata hi nahi chalta. Israel have been trying to force settler colonization and demographic change inside Palestine. We've seen it with our own eyes. We see the bulldozers. How many bulldozers have you seen in Kashmir? It's a legitimate question.
I can totally relate with that.
India have, after Article 370 and 35A that everybody spoke about, very little people understood. Essentially, India have legalized settler colonization and demographic change inside Indian-occupied Kashmir. That's the reality that we have right now. Lekin ye bhi baat hai that whether 370 and 35A were removed or not in 2019.
You are talking about Article 370.
Exactly.
You're mentioning that.
Whether it happened or not is irrelevant. The point is we were occupied, we continue to be occupied. There are still human rights violations amounting to an apocalypse inside Indian-occupied Kashmir. It's still going on. Now there is a difference. India have learned from Israel that killing, bullets, showering of rainfire of weapons is just unacceptable. So what they've decided to do is not just change the demography and force settler colonization, but de-Islamization. This is the problem inside Indian-occupied Kashmir now.
Ideological oppression, I can say.
De-Islamization, one thing we've seen is the indoctrination of anti-Muslim hatred. What about the indoctrination of inside Kashmir? What's happening there? The indoctrination of propaganda is one thing that we've seen internationally when it comes to how people are perceived as and what Islam is perceived as. In Kashmir, or rather everywhere in the subcontinent right now, Islam is the villain. India took the franchise of anti-Muslim hatred and Islamophobia post 9/11. They were finding an opportunity, any opportunity, to declare their war on Islam and eliminate Muslims. And this isn't me saying this. If you read their literature, if you read the RSS literature, RSS is the parent organization of the BJP. If you read their literature, their entire agenda is to ethnically cleanse all minorities. Sirf Musalman ki baat nahi hai. It includes the Buddhists. It includes even Hindus that are of a lower caste. That's their agenda. And more than that.
And Sikhs as well, I think.
And Sikhs as well. Even the Christians, last Christmas, I saw exactly, if people read what happened, how the Hindutva Brigade, the right-wing fascist movement supporting the RSS and the BJP, what they did with Christians on Christmas Day itself, we would never do that. The Sikhs would never do that. Nobody does. But it's only for some reason the right-wing extremist, fascist, neo-colonial Hindu brigade that seem to be doing this. And most importantly, when we create the similarities between India and Israel, ye bhi yaad rakhna hai ki why do we feel for the Palestinians? And why do we have so much animosity towards Zionism? It's of course the Muslim identity that is being persecuted. But is that Muslim identity being persecuted just in Palestine? We know that the Zionists have an agenda of a greater Israel. They want Lebanon, they want Syria.
They will expand their boundaries.
And it's not they will, they've declared they are doing, and to the extent they even made the Golan Heights, we know what they're doing in the Golan Heights. They attacked Qatar. This isn't going 50 years ago, just last year, or within this year I think, that they attacked Qatar, inside Qatar. We know that the assassinations that they've done in the UAE, they believe that parts of Saudi Arabia belong to them. Yet nobody, particularly inside Pakistan, let alone the rest of the world, and in Pakistan it is the most important place jahan pe logon ko pata hona chahiye that they are not reducing their ideology just to Kashmir. They believe in Akhand Bharat, a pan-Hindu nation that stretches beyond the borders of India, beyond Bangladesh, beyond Sri Lanka, beyond Kashmir, beyond Pakistan, beyond Iran.
Taking back Pakistan.
Exactly. Going as far as Saudi Arabia. They call the holy Kaaba in Makkah as Makkeshwar Mahadev Temple. Ab ye sirf Pakistan or Kashmir ki baat nahi hai. That they of course they believe that this entire subcontinent belongs to them. But their expansionist philosophy goes as far as Saudi Arabia, calling the holy Kaaba in Mecca, Makeshwar Mahadev Temple. So when you ask me, what is the situation right now? It is less about the human rights violations and understanding what the reasoning behind it is. It is the elimination of Muslims, eradication of Muslim identity and Islam, and expansionism of the Hindutva worldview.